right. Let's see here. A little bit more. So I think I can afford to do that. I'll have to test out the volume and stuff later, but we'll have to see. I'll wait for folks to get in. Okay. I need something fat. Preferably won't get in the way of things. That thing's dark fly. Huh, didn't know that. Okay. Bulky goes. Or bulky resist. Hey, Bennbuild. I wonder how is the sound? Like, am I being heard clearly? Is the volume loud enough? Hopefully that it's sounding okay and you can hear me. And you can also hear the game, because I want both of those things to be the case. So you've got false swipe. I just need any status move, really. Let's see here. I'll grab this Toxic Pex. It's like a real basic one. My own volume is fine? Okay, that's good. I mean, okay, as long as you can hear the game audio, then it's fine. Alright, I'll just grab all these guys. This should work. I'll put some stuff out there. And then I'll do this. Okay. That's good at least. So let's go ahead and get started then. So the BP cap is probably going to be one of the biggest things. There's a big delay. What do you mean there's a big delay? Oh, like between when you type chat messages and when like you hear me? I don't have any delay on my end, so if there's any delay, then it would just be on your side with Twitch. So that means I might need to type out command. I might need to type out what I want to do to you. So the first thing I want to do is test some real basic stuff. I want to go ahead and just load up Rage Fist in the calc, and just take a look at that. Look at some normal damage rolls, what the normal behavior of everything is, and just test to see stuff. But now you have an ad. Oh, rip. Okay. Well, I'll message you on Showdown then. First thing I want to do is just test hyper basic stuff. Oh, I have low battery on my Pro controller, so I need to plug that in. That I can do. Do. Okay. I don't care. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I guess we can test timeout stuff. Okay. here then. Okay. Just kill a turn. Okay, so the first thing I want to show off is just like real basic stuff. Like, you know, if I use Rage Fist into my Toxapex here. So this Toxapex, you know, it's not the most offensive Toxapex in the world or anything like that. Oh, the delay is fine now? Okay, that's good at least. So I'm just going to use Rage Fist into this guy. And so I'm just going to pull up my defenses. We're making some assumptions here that all the stuff is exactly the same, but it probably is exactly the same. So let's go ahead and pull up. Oh my goodness, these stats stink. So let's. That's actually not that bad. Okay, these aren't the worst stats ever. Unfortunately, it doesn't show my time. How much time do I have? 14. So I will go ahead and just click. I don't really have a good use here, so I'll click Venoshock into the tandem mouse. So, see how much damage this does. 119 down to 89. So I'm pulling up all my stuff in here. Thank you, Awesome Link, for the follow. Hope you enjoyed the stream today. So I need to pull up my Toxapex's defense stat. What am I doing? Defense. There we go. I'm not used to the interface yet. 172, so it's actually exactly neutral, so that's good. And we got we got Rage Fist, which is a 50 base power move to start off with. So that attack did 20 damage. Is that right? 156. And this one's got 172. And that did, no, 30 damage. 119, that's 30. So that's a pretty typical damage roll. So these are going to be, these shadow punches that I'm pasting in chat are not like 60 base power. The damage calculator isn't updated yet. So we're just going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. I'm going to shadow punch myself, and we're going to recover. So we're going to see a nice basic starting point. Nothing very interesting. So that was 89 down to 39. That was another 30 damage roll. So again, nothing very exciting so far. So we're going to recover back. So the first thing I want to test is if I hit my ally. So if I hit my own ally with this. So like, I'll go ahead and I'll use Rage Fist into that guy just to kill a turn. And now I Venoshock into my ally. Does this allow my Rage Boost to get boosted? So does it count ally hits? There's precedent for ally hits not counting for different things in Pokemon. The most obvious one for VGC is things like Defiant, where your actions just don't do anything. But we'll see if that's actually the case here. So again, this is just me killing a turn with our enraged primates. And now I'll hit that thing. So now I've hit it for 1 damage, basically. So now I'll Rage Fist into the Toxapex. And I'll just hit the Mouse again. And then we'll see what the damage is this time. So this will be a 100 base power Shadow Punch, theoretically. Or it will be still a 50 base power Shadow Punch. So Rage Fist. Did 119 into 65. Thank you for the follow intensity. Hope you're doing well, John. So that definitely increased in power. That's for sure. This is a 100 base power Shadow Punch. So this is, I think, very clearly. So that's very clearly boosting on ally hits. So that's good to rule out. So we know that it's doing that. So next thing I want to do is I want to just switch out and back in. So I'm just going to switch my guy out. I'll recover back to full. And I'll switch it back in. And we'll see whether or not that is a still a 110, or excuse me, not 110, but a 100 base power move. Now, in fairness, it might not necessarily be 100. It's possible that it's not, but it dealt 54 damage, which is easily within the expected range of damage there. And that's not like the expected range for like 75 or something like that. No, it's okay, Bennbuild. We're probably gonna have multiple interactions with this, so it'll work out fine. So now I'll switch back into my guy. And again, I'll just kill a turn. Yeah. It's not super important because right now we're just laying down some of the real basic stuff for Rage Fist. So next, I will go ahead and Rage Fist once more. And then I'll just, I'll click T-Spike, because I don't think you're switching for a while anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This is going to do 119. Minus 67. That dealt 52 damage. So that was also in the range of 100 base power. So that means that even if you switch Annihilate in and out, it will still have the Rage Fist stored, so to speak. So as long as you take the damage, then it counts. So at this point, then what we need to do is just... So we know that it's plus 50, and it continues going up from plus 50. So we can go ahead and, at this point, just cap it out. So you can go ahead now. Yeah, we will. I don't actually have it in my party. But we can go ahead now. Actually, I don't have ring target on my Annihilate. So that's not quite ideal. I'm actually going to go ahead and forfeit then. I'm going to add ring target to my Annihilate, and I'll also put my Revival Blessing Mon in. Yeah, that's what we're testing, Awesome Link, to see what the actual cap is. So I'll go ahead and I will... Yep, that'll get the same rules. 100% SP win rate, yeah. He's goated. Ain't nobody ever beat Bennbuild before. You're probably gonna get a 100% win rate on me throughout this whole thing. Uncapped? If it was uncapped, then you could do, like, really stupid things to the game. Like, you could do false swipe on yourself for just, like, 200 turns, and then you'll get, like, a bajillion base power. And so, or like heal pulse or whatever. So I need to go ahead. Yeah, you would super hit it. I mean, that'd be a trivial overflow setup. Like, so let's go ahead and give this guy a ring target, which I hope I have, because I don't know if I have all the items in the game yet. Oh, I could safety goggles. Ring target. I don't have ring target. Wonderful. I haven't bought that yet. Okay. You overflow the amount of overflows? No, you just overflow again. Alright, so apparently I don't have ring target. That stinks. I'll need to go buy one, I guess. This is, this sort of early testing is always hard. Yeah, I'm sure you can. I just haven't visited that shop. Or I didn't have enough money when I visited it. So we can't test the false swipe spam thing, or like the population bomb thing. We can go ahead and test a couple other things though. We can check. Do I have soak? I do have soak. That's very smart, Pyuk. I'll go ahead and do that. That will eliminate stab, but that should be okay. So I'll go ahead and I'll just grab soak. Or I guess I could just terrestrialize my my Annihilate as well. That'd work just fine because I'm a fighting Terra. So I can just do that. I just need to be... Oh yeah, that'll work even better because then I'll keep my stab. So I'll have that. We know it works on ally hits. I need to check self-hit confusion damage. So I'm actually going to go ahead and give this thing a focus sash then. So where's my focus sash at? I know I have a focus sash. I definitely bought one of those. Focus. Did I miss it? Focus. See, this is why I missed it, because I wasn't focusing. You have to be focused to use focus sash. Focus starts with an F. Hey, you know what? You know what else starts with an F? Intensity? Friends. That's what starts with an F. And nothing else. Okay. Got my revival blessing mod. Why was that grayed out? That was weird. Okay. Revival blessing. Search. I have 2 mods with revival blessing. I think this is my paw mod. Load your boxes, please. Thank you, game. Okay. I'll do this. That'll be fun. Okay. Then I'll bring all these guys. So one thing I want to test is actually with just using a regular attack. Now, I know this might sound dumb. I know it's not sound dumb, but I just want to triple 100%. Yeah, no instructions yet. Bennbuild, you can just kill turns the same way you did last time. You have false swipe on one of your guys, though, right? It's on the Hulucha. I'm guessing, based on the party you have. I have a TM for false swipe, but I don't think I taught it to any of my mods. I don't even know how many of the TMs I have. I think I have most of them at this point. Okay. So again, this is going to be a real basic test. I'm going to use a non-damaging move on my ally. And just see how that behaves. So I'm going to go ahead and use Scary Face. And this obviously should not boost it, but I just want to make sure. And I'll use Rage Fist into my Toxapex again, since it's been so helpful for us. Okay, now we'll Rage Fist into the Flareon, and I'll switch into Toxapex. The chat has scrolled quite a ways since originally testing things, but if this was a 50 power Rage Fist, then it should be between 25 and 31 damage. Yep, that looks right. 119 minus 94. That's 25 damage. So it actually got the min roll. So, wonderful. Hello, Penguin something that's cut off. Let me go to Twitch. Penguin's Lucky T. Or, no, Penguin's Luck YouTube. Hello. Hope you're doing well today. Let's go ahead and switch back to... So, we got Annihilate now. No, I want actually Annihilate to be brought down to its Focus Sash. That's what I would like next. Actually, yeah, I want it down to its Focus Sash now. So let's think, how can I best do that? Do I have anything that can do that easily? Not really. You know this probably won't help too much, but... Actually, we can go ahead and do the cap at this point. The cap should be okay at this point. So, you can go ahead. You'd have again me if it could. Go ahead now, Bennbuild. I'm going to go ahead and terrestrialize. You can go ahead and use Population Bomb now on me. I'm going to go ahead and instruct the little mouse guy. Hopefully my guy's slower, but if it's not, that's fine. And we'll just spam this, because this should give us several hits. And that'll tell us what the... I mean, it'll definitely, like... Because at this point, we've established how it behaves, so it should just work. I will have to use Rage Fist into you now, though. So I will need the defense stat of your legendary Pokemon that you've got. Okay, perfect. You are faster. Let me make sure I... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We got a 10 hit. Very nice. Oh, it does tell us as well. I'm dumb. Alright, so we'll go instruct. See if we get another nice 10 hit. Okay, we got 16 hits there. So at this point, Bennbuild, go ahead and switch out your Primeape into your Ruin Pokemon. And then just, like, Helping Hand, I guess. I also need the defense stat of your Ruin Pokemon. Which I believe you've already told me, but... 135 defense, very good. That's probably gonna die, actually. Lol. Even with the resist. 135, because that's not perfect. That's actually 0 defense. It's extremely bad. We can special attack, which is not relevant for us. Hey, look, you can still instruct Helping Hand. Very nice. Not anything unusual there. That does count as 2 boosts, by the way. Rage Fist. I didn't Oko you. Okay, what was the actual damage roll on that? Well, 124 HP lost. That looks like 350 then, because this is with 300 DP. And this is with 350 DP. The second one is with 350. I didn't label it correctly, but that's all right. I'll use it again. It'll probably kill, but if it doesn't, then we can check the other range. Because that was 124, so that's a mid roll. So if it gets a low roll, then it won't kill. Okay, it did die. Was that a crit? No. How much HP did it have remaining? That won't tell us a whole lot, because if it did 124 and that was above half, you had 106. Oh, okay, then you were dead anyway. That's all right. So you can go ahead and send in something and forfeit. So that should confirm that it's 350 base power. That's pretty straightforward, I'd say. So yeah, because we got hit 16 times by Population Bomb. So that would have been 350. So if it were that, then it would be 16 times 50 or 800 base power. So it should have been 850 if it didn't have the cap. So it does cap. So that should be good then. So the next thing I want to do, I want to trigger the Focus Sash and then check to see if a 0 damage hit counts for Rage Fist. Best of 3. Oh, you're gonna win like a best of 9 probably at this point. So let's go ahead and battle again. Okay, and I need a Pokemon that I think I probably have stuff that can one-shot, honestly. Well, most of my beaters from the... By the way, this is not a spoiler-free video, so if you see Pokemon you haven't seen before, I'm sorry. What do I... Let's see. Does Fluttermane have anything useful? Fluttermane's pretty strong. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can do Helping Hand. I've got a Fluttermane. That probably is good enough. Red Toady, thank you for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So I've got this now. This Umbreon is now, or not Umbreon, Flareon is now useless. We got Flurmane. What else do I want to grab? We're gonna have Full Swipe. I don't have any in Full Swipe myself. I have a Revival Blessing, so that's good. I'll just toss this guy in here, because why not? I like Dragapult. How'd he do? So this one, Bennbuild, yeah, just to be clear, what we're going to do is we're going to bring it down to, we're going to bring Annihilate down to its Sash. Then we're going to use False Swipe and see if a 0 damage hit counts for Rage Fist. So we'll do this. And you're gonna try to Oko me, right? You're gonna try to do the Oko on me. Had development time? I don't know. Probably had enough. I think people don't realize how far back games have for both design and development stuff. Like Sword and Shield, I'm pretty sure they started work on that in like, no, let me be a little bit more reserved. I'm pretty sure they started work on like Sun and Moon in 2015. I'm pretty sure, or 2016, which is a ways before it actually got released. So they have plenty of time. The crashes are annoying, though. Do I need to Terra? Okay, I'll go ahead and Terra turn 1. No, we're... You're breaking the mold. We can also probably get away with not Okoing me as well. Just so long as... it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna Bankle. Just so long as it does enough that I'm in full swipe range. Good, excellent. Right, yeah, so we're at 100 base power already. So if you can now go ahead and... so Halusha has false swipe, so just go ahead and use... Huh, you picked up my focus sash. Is that... I thought that only worked on allies. I might be mistaken on that. Maybe they changed that. Who knows? Okay. So now you go ahead and false swipe my Annihilate. No, helping hand false swipe. Just to make sure. So I'll go ahead and I'll paste the 100 base power move now. So this is 100 PP. And I'm going to use it on Toxapex again. Just that T-Spike. I'm so mad. Okay. Rage Fist. That did way more than it should have. Huh? That did... That was one... Wait, what? Oh, I have the wrong... I don't have Toxapex up anymore. Okay, oops. That damage calc is not correct. I was like, what the heck? Why is it doing so much damage? Okay. Thanks for the follow, Die to Gravity. Saw you messaged me on PS. Sorry, I'm not able to reply more quickly over there. So this is 172. So this is the correct range, but it's still not correct. Yeah, this still isn't right. Look at that. That's 100 BP. I think that was a 150 base power attack. Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. There were 2 hits. Thank you. I was like, no, why is there 2 hits? Yeah, that makes sense. So that was at 32 health. So that was 87. Okay, my numbers got a little bit mixed up there, but yep, that's an 87 damage roll, so again, very normal. I know, I'm sorry, I forgot. It's tricky because you have to like keep all that stuff in account. So even a 0 damage hit counts. So as long as you're getting damaged in some way, like if you're getting hit, then it counts for Rage Fist. If Shedinja got Rage Fist, that would be really good for it because it could just like stack stuff. If you could actually hit it, of course. So that should be good for this one. So let's go ahead and test self-hit confusion then. Oh, interesting. When you forfeit it, it gets rid of the Terra type. So we'll do this again. Won the best of 5. Yeah, sure you did. Does water absorb when you're hit by a water move? Does that stack with Rage Fist? That's a good question. I'm gonna guess the answer is no because you're not even. Yeah, that's okay, Bennbuild. Just let me know when you're back. Yeah, that's a very good question, Red Toady. And my guess is no because you're failing a move at some point in the check time before move success before the move is actually like successful. So a successful move is one that actually like hits them on at some point. Like. Let me try to think of another example. Because Water Absorb would be even earlier than that. Water Absorb wouldn't be that early. There's stuff that's later than Water Absorb that you could use to absorb a hit. So let me see if I can pull that up. What's something very, very late that would fail? Yeah. Most of these are status moves that fail this late. So that's actually not all that helpful. Sturdy against Oko moves. Those are very late. So I would imagine Sturdy would not trigger. Like if you did Sturdy into an Oko move, it would fail and it wouldn't like work. What's the difference between that and Wonder Guard? Nothing. I would expect that Wonder Guard wouldn't work with Rage Fist. So you'd have to actually hit the Shedinja to make it stronger. I was thinking like Sturdy in my head, but I mean that's not easy to do. And I mean Shedinja isn't even in the game, so we can't test it. But that is a good thing to test. Might as well test something related to that. Probably the simplest way to test that would be just like using a normal type attack into Annihilate, like without doing anything else to it, and then just seeing that it doesn't take damage, and so it counts. Anyway, I need a self-hit confusion mod anyway. I also need to test Revival Blessing, so let me go ahead and add this in there. Revival Blessing. Selfless confusion. Everything else I wanted to test there is good. Good, excellent. I need to grab my mod. I'm gonna grab a model Confuse Ray. You've had rain pouring through your window? Oh, that's not good. What's comeuppance? I have no idea what that move is. There we go. This Magius. Well, that wouldn't be ideal. I'd rather it be... No, that's actually fine. Because all I need to do is just hit myself in confusion. Too focused on science to notice the pouring rain. Okay. Alright, so the next thing we're going to test is self-hit confusion damage Bennbuild, and then we'll also test just killing the thing. And then reviving it again with Revival Blessing. The fact that it persists on switch out, though, makes me think that it's most likely tied to... Yeah, you don't do anything for now. But the fact that it persists on switch out makes me think it's probably going to persist even on death. Which is really weird that it's tied to the... It's tied to the mon that closely. It's pretty unusual that it has it tracks how many times it's been hit even when it's switched out. Because you have to do that for all Pokemon, so you just have to add that, I guess. Nothing else gets Rage Fist except for Annihilate, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do just toss into myself until I hit myself in confusion. Ideally, I only hit myself once. Clap, 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 clap. Alright. So, ideal case here is Annihilate pits itself in confusion. Nope. Oh, it definitely can be called with Metronome. It could be... I don't think... Well, actually, I don't think we've tested it. But I would assume that it's callable by everything else. It doesn't seem to be like... It's not one of those that would have those properties. Well, dev time isn't spent on the story, right? That's not... You don't have to develop that. Well, I mean, you do, but... storyboarding is a different technique than coding. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, even, like, the graphical glitches, like, the slowdowns aren't even that bad. It's very, very likely that it's calling your hits beforehand. That it's tracking it beforehand. Metronome move list was data mined. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a move flag. Ugh. It's not hitting itself in confusion. It's being lame. Which, in fairness, like, I don't mind if they decide to nerf confusion odds even more, but it's still likely just the 1/3, and I'm just not getting lucky. Ugh. Snap out confusion. I do appreciate how fast it is in input boost, though. Like, look at this. I got that in 1 second. But the actual, like, move turns themselves are kind of slow. There's, like, a pretty sizable delay in between moves. Like, see, Confuse Ray, pause, there it goes. I know it's kind of pausing because of the, like, attacking your ally thing, but... Annihilate, please! Attack yourself! This is not that hard, dude! Yeah, well, it's so slow because the other Pokemon has to, like, do an animation. I actually don't know if it does that in doubles. I didn't pay attention. I'll pay attention in this This next one, where they like roar in singles. They're like, haha, I got you, sort of thing. Yes, thank you. All right, good work, Annihilate. Okay. So now I'll go ahead and I'll use Rage Fist, and now I'm gonna hit myself in confusion because we're a gamer. And so this will be a 100 base power Rage Fist. This move is busted, dude. Oh, perfect. Just snapped out. Okay. Yeah, that is not 100, I don't think. 117 minus 92. It's 25 damage. Yep. Take that, Bulbapedia! Getting owned by DaWoblefet. Owned! Okay. So now, can you go ahead and switch into something and kill my Annihilate, please? And then I'll go to my Revival Blessing guy. So like if you go into your Hulucha and then just do a helping hand flying press into that guy. See, look, they both like were like, rah, I force you to switch. I'm so cool. It's like, man. Terra, yeah, I did Terra. Oh, this will be interesting. I get to see whether or not Revival Blessing brings back the Terra type on the Mon, or if fainting is enough. I imagine it calls the exact same function as Revive. So let's go ahead. I'll do one more of these. I'm not going to click this because I don't really know how it works. I never even seen this move yet. Perfect. Now I'm dead. So presumably that means I'm back up to 100. So I don't know if if I used Revival Blessing there, if I would get to select my Mon to bring back. I assume I would, but it's not super obvious. Sync function. Hey, I mean, man, Pokemon's a video game, and video games are written with code. So now I'll go ahead and I don't know, astonish this guy. And I'll Revival Blessing. So it's a self-target. It's also helpful to think that way sometimes, Ghost, because then you can, a little bit more easily understand, how they might approach something. I imagine they thought of this. Okay, so you use the move. It doesn't play any extra text, and then you select them on, and then it says revived and is ready to fight again. So I'll switch this guy back in, and then I'll switch this guy to Toxapex. And so now this would be a... Oh, I have that last paste labeled wrong. It's 50 base power on the Annihilate one. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, it should be 100. So again, this is going to be 100. So this is actually 100. The previous one I posted is 50. Anyone can cross-check this themselves anyway, but I mean, it's just for convenience sake here. So I'm going to use Rage Fist on my Toxapex, and I'm just going to set T-Spike. So this is actually 100. 92 down to 37. So that's at 55 damage, which is 100 base power. So the killing blow also counts towards Rage Fist, which makes sense to me. So So that's pretty consistent in my judgment. So we know Celtic Confusion does not activate. We know Revival Blessing, even when you use that move, will bring it back. So that's all good. That should be all that I had for my tests for Rage Fist. Let me go ahead and control F a couple of different places where people might be talking about it. So no Rage Fist there. Let me look at Rage Fist on Biomechanics Research thread. Rage Fist. That's the guy just commenting on something. That's the guy testing. That's not anything. Okay, that's just them talking about stuff. The best Tailwind setters outside of Roaring Moon? I have no idea. I don't even know what gets Tailwind. I haven't looked at anything for viability yet in this game. Oh, Transform. Transform would be a good test. And then callable moves as well. Yeah, so called moves. So I'll grab... So Copycat would be the easiest one for that, and then called moves, and then Transform. So let me grab a... I should have a Transform Mon, because that is Ditto. Ditto. So take out Miss Magius, and then I'll grab a Copycat Mon. So for this Bennbuild, we'll have to be careful. We want to make sure that we're like switching at the appropriate times. Good, I do have Copycat Mons. That's very nice. I will have Peony. Well, I need to damage the Copycat Mons though. I've got this guy, and then yeah, just a Peonies. I think a Peony's okay. A Peony's not very strong though. Not that. I mean, I don't have that many Hapinis. Is this actually Hapini up here? No, I've got other Mons. I've got like baby Mons in here. I've got a Bonsly. I'll actually grab this Bonsly. Pardon me for that, if you heard any of that. So we'll go ahead and go into this again. So, you'll check Primex attack. Why do you need Primex attack? I don't think you should need it for anything, right? So first we'll test to make sure that it actually works with Copycat. Yeah, I'm going to transform into myself. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do that. And then I'll hit my own Toxapex. We'll test things like, for example, if you hit yourself before transforming, and then we'll test like if it copies the transform status. I'm not really sure which one Game Freak would pick here, if they would copy that or not. My hunch is they wouldn't. So that would mean like if I transform into Primeape with a 2-hit Rage Fist, it would count as a 0-hit. I'm assuming. But I'm not really sure. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to test if you can Copycat it in the first place. So we'll just use Copycat one time, and even if I hit the mouse, that's fine. I just need to test to make sure that it works. If it doesn't work, then I think it'll say it failed. It should say it failed because that's how it worked in 8, in Gen 8, with like Copycat Max Guard for Trick Room and stuff. Unless this Bonsly is like actually the goated speed. I don't think it should be. Rage Fist. Rage Fist. Copycat. Yep. So you can call Rage Fist. And I got unlucky and I hit the mouse. Assuming it is unlucky. Assuming it's the same way as last gen. So now, go ahead and hit me once with anything. Just like hit me with literally anything. You can just use regular Rage Fist. I don't care. Into the Annihilate. You can just hit me one time. So that way I'll go up to 100 power. Have I tested Spicy Extract and its effect on Clear Body Pokemon? Well, I have not. And that's a good question, actually. I will add that to the list. So this will be Spicy Extract versus Clear Body. Okay. So, let's see here. So now you'll go ahead and Jill kill a turn again, Bennbuild. And I'll go ahead and I'll transform. And then I'll hit my own Toxapex again. It'll be the same stats, so it'll be the same damage calc, so that'll be useful. Also, Bennbuild, at any point, if you need to go, since I know it's late for you, just let me know. Okay, so I'll switch out now into my Toxapex. And we'll use Rage Fist on my new guy. Alright. Yeah, just keep that in mind. Like, don't feel like I'm keeping you. Rage Fist. 119 down to 62, so it looks like it does copy it. 62, because that's 57. And yeah, 57 is our 100 base power roll. I posted the calc so many times, I'm just going to assert that. If you don't believe me, then too bad, so sad. So that was a 100 base power roll, so it looks like you do copy it. So Rage Fist is copied with Transform. The number of times you've been hit is a transformable, copyable property. So let's go ahead, and then I'm going to switch into my little guy. And now, unfortunately, with Copycat, with any moves that call other moves, is it a copy or does it add the hits to Ditto's hit count? Is it No, it wouldn't add the hits. That's definitely... I'm not even going to test that. It wouldn't add them. There's no way. There's no chance it adds them. So... go ahead and use Rage Fist now, Bennbuild. And switch out your little guy, your mouse, into something else. And then that way I can just hit you with Rage Fist on something. So we'll need to pull up the calc for this, but... Yeah, Tinglu. Okay. So now Copycat. Rage Fist. Haha, it doesn't have a fist! And so, oh wait, no, that's normal, that's normal. Okay, so how much damage did I do to Tinglu there? So I have 96 attack, which is not quite perfect. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead and just use Rage Fist into my Bonsly, and then just switch out again. Or doing anything to kill a turn. It's fine. Oh, that's gonna copy Ruination. Yeah, you had to switch. Oops. Oh, we know Ruination works on Copycat. So you'll go ahead. You can just do it again into my Bonsai. I'll just need to make sure that I'm at 150 base power. Let me make sure I got my attack stat right. It's 96. I need to switch this guy out too. Yeah, Copycats can be a pain to test. But it's faster than some other stuff. Ideally, you don't crit me here. If you crit me, it is hacks. IMO. Okay, so this is a 2-hit Rage Fist. Into what? Primate. I killed it. That's not helpful. Dang it. This isn't going so well. For Copycat. Let's just start from the top. What do you say? Because I'm sure if I use this again, I'm just gonna... Well, actually, you know what? I'll use Rage Fist into Tinglu. And I'll just Copycat again. But you have to double switch, is the thing. You have to double switch. Yeah. It is a tricky one. Because Copycat works on the last move, so you have to, like, time it right. And just pay attention to what's getting hit here. Hopefully this targets the duck. I targeted Murkrow. Unlucky. Because that doesn't help us. Well, eventually we'll get it. We're just getting unlucky. Okay, what was the damage on that? $20 damage. Yeah, that's consistent with 150 base power one. So this is 150 BP. Recall that this is a 135 defense Tinglu. A 50 base power one would have a range of 7 to 8. So it's definitely this. So we know that it works as well on other Pokemon. So you can see there it's copycatting it. So it's keeping track of it itself. But it looks like Ditto. So Ditto copies your current number of hits. That's the only thing that's kind of weird about that. So that's good. So let's see here if there's anything else. Go ahead and again. Super Fang and Ruination. Yeah, we can do that. We can do a Ruination. Could Psych Up also copy it? Possibly. I would doubt it, but we can try it. I would need a Pokemon with Psych Up and Rage Fist, though, and I don't know if I have anything that would meet both those criteria. Like Psych Up and a Callable Rage Fist. So I might not be able to test. But I'll check. But I would assume it doesn't. I mean, that is an assumption, but... Alright, let's see. Gothitelle. No moves that can call other moves. I mean, we're just going to have to get lucky with this. This guy, no moves that can call other moves. Yeah, like I say, it'd have to be like that. And unless I just get lucky. Psych Up. Nope. Nope. No, it was the other way. Nope. So I don't have any way to test that. But it's probably a safe assumption that it's no. So we'll test Super Fang. It probably wouldn't hurt to test like just a generic immunity just to make sure. So we'll just test like using Super Fang into me with no other damage. I was wondering as well, do I have any Pokemon with what's it called? Telepathy. Nope, I do not. Okay. Ooh, someone else had a really good question on Rage Fist and Substitute, so we'll test that as well. So now you'll just go ahead and just use Super Fang to start off with. So we'll just use regular old Super Fang. So you'll just kill a turn in Super Fang. So this should obviously not boost its power because it's not taking any damage. It's not a successful hit. But we'll just make sure. Yep, perfect. Excellent, excellent. You can go ahead and switch into your Ruination Mon now. And then we can use Ruination and test the same thing. So I'll go ahead and I'll do this. And I'll just click another T-Spike. Get the tub. This needs some Dazonzo Siguri Parish Mechanics test. Oh, just to see what that interaction does? I'd be game. I actually don't even know how the thing works in the first place, so. That'd be interesting. Alright, 119 down to 92. That was a 27 damage hit. That's in line with our 50 base power. So you actually have to damage it. So we'll go ahead and see after we do Ruination. So... I guess I don't have anything to kill a turn nicely anymore, but that's okay. Hey, thanks for the subscribe, Puke. What about poisoned other residual? We can test that as well. Why not? So use ruination. So we'll go ahead and I'll just see that first. So I'll go ahead and do this. And we'll test poison. Why not? There's no shot poison does it, but we'll test it. So Rage Fist. 119 down to 62. That is very clearly a 100 base power. Yep, that did 57, which is an expected range. So I will go ahead and I'll poison myself now. Commander. Oh, is Commander the Siguri ability? So Cure. Yeah, they definitely win again. I don't think these like end of turn effects are gonna do anything. That seems too obvious to me. Like Game Freak would catch that. The Siguri could still be randomly chosen. Okay. That'd actually be pretty easy to test with this Puke because we could just do timeouts to randomly check ourselves. Okay. Need to kill one more turn. Mish. Okay. Heal back to full. About 10 minutes? Okay. Well, that probably means I can't test a whole lot unless someone else is available. Because I still don't know any repeatable doubles fights in the game. I'll try to test Substitute, though. Substitute should be... Okay, perfect, Puke. We can go ahead and lean into that, then. You have the Commander pair? I think I should have them as well, but we can do that. Does your whale have... Or whatever, whichever one is the whale? Work. If Siguri's partner uses Perish Song and the partner switches into Dazonzo, Siguri will faint and all their bond become one-side boosted to Dazonzo. I have no idea. Okay, so this should be a 100 base power one again. Because all we've done there is poison ourselves. 119 down to 64. Yep, again, that is a expected damage roll. 55. Missed moves counts as hit? No, they don't. No, we tested False Swipe at 0 HP. I'm very confident that's how it works. So that's good there. The only other thing I can think of is Substitute. Substitute was a good question that somebody asked. But it may be best at this point, Karthik. Or not Karthik. Sorry. Bennbuild, it may be best at this point just to go ahead and cut it off here for you, rather than me teaching Substitute and then re-linking up again. And I can just switch to testing the Puke at this point. If you're alright with that, at least. Up to you. Alright. Hey, I appreciate your testing. That was about an hour of tests. I know it's late at night for you, so appreciate the help. Okay. Just let me know when you're ready to go, Puke. I'll go ahead and I'll teach my guy... Substitute. Hopefully I have the TM for that. I'll happily accept global admin. You have to hack into my account to do that. Then you can get global admin. Instantly. I hate blowing TMs like this, but it should be okay. Alright. Substitute... It's my only substitute. I'll have to figure out how to make more. Oh, rip Stomping Tantrum. I never use that move anyway. Okay. You ready? Okay. Do you have Perishong or do I need it? I'll just check to see if I've got it real fast before we link up. I do have a Perishong, so. Yep. My code will be 00 and then 6 ones, pyuk. So, like that. And it'll be doubles, of course. No one could be found. Are you Jazz in game? I think the substitute thing is something we can test to start off with. So we'll go ahead and stick with Rage Fist. We'll just finish that out. So if you have any like really weak hit that you can do into me, that'd be ideal. Actually, I've got a really weak hit right here. We'll just do that guy. Surely this guy is weak. I've got my Toxapex, and then I will grab my Perishong Pokemon. The searching in this game is pretty good. If the like boxes didn't lag, then I would be really happy with it. Kricketune? Oh, I didn't know Kricketune got Perishong. Neat. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna need those two guys. Yeah, I'd also bring like at least 2 other Pokemon. I also don't really know how Commander works. I haven't looked into it yet. If you like switch in either of them, then does it immediately activate? But yeah, you'll just be burning turns for most of this. At the start, at least. No, not Commander yet. Yeah, Commander will be later. But I just didn't know, like, does it work where if you just, like, switch in either, then you get it? Or does, like, one have to be on the field first? Oh, yeah, that's fine. You don't need it right now. We're gonna test this up Rage Fist thing anyway. Okay. So I'll do sub, and then I'll do side ember. How can the flamingo use bulk up? Can anybody explain this? What is it bulking up on? Its legs are like toothpicks. Okay, I'll use Ember. I'm actually gonna use Ember twice. Actually, no, I'll use it once. So this should be 100. This will be either 100 or 50 base power. We'll switch in our lovely Toxapex. Goated Mon. Love Toxapex. $119 down to 88. That is 31 damage, which is that was the max roll for 50 base power. So that did not boost it at all. So my next question would be if the sub gets broken entirely. Hello, Karthik. I accidentally called Bennbuild Karthik earlier because I've been talking with you so much because you're so awesome. Rage Fist doesn't. It looks like if your substitute takes damage, then it doesn't count for Rage Fist. So I assume if you break the substitute, then it won't count either, because breaking the substitute is kind of all part of that. Hello, Super Mario fan. Something that got cut off. Let's read your full name. Super Mario Phantism. Hello. I hope you're doing well. So let's go ahead and hit ourselves a few more times. Break my substitutes. Yeah. And after that, we should have pretty well documented Rage Fist, I think. Oh, I didn't break sub. You got any moves that can break sub, Pyuk? If you do, just, like, fire them into the Annihilate. Like, just hit me with anything. Because I think a resisted Venoshock is going to take a little while. So if you've got, like, Skull on the Vaporeon, or something on the Flamigo, whatever it's called. Yeah, just hit it. So the sub breaks. Yeah, that's fine, just a spam sub. Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. Low sweep. Okay. And then I will hit myself with Rage Fist. After I put up another substitute. So you don't need to break it again. You can just, you can go back to clicking bulk up now. So I'll go ahead and I'll use Rage Fist. And this should still be 50 base power, because we haven't actually hit the Annihilate any. We've only hit the substitute. Ooh, yeah, I mean, I'd have to have a Copycat Mimikyu for that. That was 119 down to 92, which I don't know if I have. That was 27 damage, so yeah. Yeah, that's a really good one, actually. Yeah, it does. Oh, it learns Mimic. Okay. All right. Well, I'll oh, perfect. You have one with that? That would be excellent. We can test that then. So I'll make a note of that. So we'll test Mimikyu Skies versus Rage Fist. Yeah, as long as you've got one, then we're set. And then you can go ahead and bring 2 of the commander mons, or both of the commander partners, whatever they're called, Siguri and then, or Tatsuguri. Is that how you say it? Tatsuguri, and then what's the other one? The whale. I don't know. I don't know what its name is yet. I just know it's the whale. Dodonzo, I think that's what it is. Dodonzo. Dondozo. Okay. Yeah, I don't know any of the new Mon's names. Except for, like, Annihilate, because Annihilate is cool. It looks like a Super Saiyan. Don Bozo? Dondozo? Alright, anyway. So, this guy, we are done with you. Thank you. And then we need... So you need Mimikyu. I have Perish. That's all normal. I'm going to go ahead and grab... the spicy extract, because we're going to need that later for the fellow who asked. Spicy extract. I do not have spicy extract, so I cannot test that. Rip that guy. Sorry. Cannot test. I will put Perish versus Commander in there, though. I'll go ahead and I'll remove this guy, and I'll put in my own Tatsuguri stuff. I think I actually had it right there, yeah. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Order Up. What's Order Up do? Moldbreaker versus Ruins and Protokinesis. Increases the stat depending on what color sushi you have. Okay. Moldbreaker versus Ruin. Yeah, we can test that. I imagine they shouldn't. They made Moldbreaker not work on auras in Gen 8 or 7. No, it was 8. It works in 7, but not in 8. Like, Moldbreaker can ignore auras in 7, but it can't in 8. So I imagine that's probably going to be the same way. Protosynthesis. We can test that. What? Protosynthesis protects you from something? I thought it was just the boost. Oh, because it's an ability thing. Maybe. Yeah, it might actually. That's a good guess. So I'll mark in here. Perish versus Commander. Oh, boost defense. Isn't it can boost defense? I thought that was the one that, like, is beast boost-ish. I may be mistaken. Yeah, it's the beast boost thing. So it'll work for any of them. And that's fine too. You just grab the Commander Core. And the Mimikyu. Okay. So let's go ahead and so this is gonna be the Mimic thing. So we'll start off with Mimic. Does the Danzo actually have good stats? They're okay. That has a lot of HP. Terrible speed, though. Hey, thanks, Intensity. Good to see you on. Dude, he's so big! All stats get doubled? What do you mean? Toxic X over here. You can go ahead. You will mimic my Annihilate. You just target it. If it doesn't, if you're first, then it'll just fail and I'll be okay. Mimic copy is a targeted move. So you'll just mimic my Annihilate, and then yeah, we'll go from there. I will also need the stats, or not the stats, but the attack stat on your Mimikyu. if you've got that, please. And then if you could attack into my Toxapex, please. .97 attack, thank you. Okay. That's a pretty bad attack stat. So let's go ahead and load up Shadow Punch at 50 base power and then 100%. So I've got the damage calculation ready to go. I'll go ahead and I'll post which one it is. So 50 is a range of 16 to 21. 100 is a range of 33 to 39. 119 down to 85. That's a range of 34, which means it was boosted. That makes sense to me. So this is a 100 base power. Good eye there on testing Snorlax monster. So that's a 100 base power. So now we need to do the Dodonzo Commander jank. Like I say, I don't even know how this ability works, so I assume that means that the fish needs to. I don't know how this works. Is it like when Mimikyu switches in, does it instantly get eaten? Or excuse me, when Tatsugiri switches in, it immediately gets eaten? It's like when either switches in and immediately gets eaten, or does one already have to be on the board? It's instant? Okay. So that means that you need to switch out the whale. And I will Perish Song the other guy. So wait, what happens if you like switch in Mimikyu and switch out your whale at the same time? Okay, yeah, I see it's instant. Alright. Oh, and it just gets like mega boosted. Why does it do it in that order? That's weird. You're not. Are you allowed to switch out your guy now? Like your little guy? Actually, I don't even think that matters. I'm pretty sure if I perish, because that, I mean, you're on the board. Oh, no, it won't work because you're, like, semi-invulnerable. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let me just use perish right now. This might actually work. I don't know if it counts as semi-invulnerable or not. No, okay, you are semi-invulnerable. So, you dodged it. So this should only affect the whale right now. Yeah, it only affects the whale. Let me see what happens. I'm gonna actually perish again. So you stay in. You stay in, Pyuk. You just stay in throughout this whole thing. I'm gonna perish again on my Tatsugiri. This is gonna like make a little bit of awkward for like perish timing. You can't switch. Okay, you can't switch the Tatsugiri, right? So I'll switch in my Tatsugiri. Oh, you can't switch with the Dunzo either. Okay. Tatsugiri can't even pick anything. Okay, it's good to know. So we've got perish counts going. So you can see here that has a perish count. This has a perish count. So now I'm gonna go ahead and switch into my Dunzo. And now this guy has a perish count. And I'll just click Nasty Pot. That should just immediately fail. So I hop in the mouth. And I wait for all this to go. See, this guy is smart. The commander stuff activates all at once, but the shell armor, or not shell armor, shell anger, or angry shell, or whatever the Kolof's ability is, activates one at a time. It's so dumb. So you have 1 perish count, and Tatsugiri has 2 perish count. Yeah, I see you can't even select the move. So I guess we'll just wait a little bit. So we'll just stay in for a while, and we'll just keep site targeting ourselves. I really like the way Dondozo looks. It looks like one of those like traditional Japanese catfish. All right. Okay. So Dondozo faints. What's happens to Tatsugiri? Okay, it just appears. And now my guy is down at 1. So we'll see if it dies. So I'll go ahead and body slam again. So my perish count fell to 0. It died. There was no animation for it. He wasn't even... So it's just kind of stuck there. So, alright. So the Tatsugiri just dies. I'm assuming I can put another one in my mouth. You're most welcome. Okay. So that makes some sense to me. I don't think if there's anything else interesting with that. So that's a way of getting it off the board, which is kind of neat. But that makes sense. I mean, like, imagine if the Tatsugiri was poisoned beforehand as well. It'd be the same idea, right? It doesn't just, like, stop Tatsugiri from moving. Or, like, well, it kind of stops Tatsugiri from moving. Use Flamigo. What about Flamigo? Copy boost. Oh, I see. Okay, so you kill off the little guy, and then you send in Flamigo with Co-Star to copy the boost. That makes sense. Yeah, because I was like, well, you can't switch it out, so how would you do that? But yeah, that makes sense. Perish seems pretty elaborate to get that to work, but since you can control when you put it in your mouth really well, because you can just switch it in whenever you want, that seems pretty effective. Okay, so... Yep, hey, happy to help. Okay, so now we wanted to test Mold Breaker versus Ruin abilities. Mold Breaker versus Ruin abilities. And then what was the other one? Pyuk. Ruin, and Protosynthesis. Versus Ruin, Protosynthesis. So I think wasn't Protosynthesis work with booster energy as well? So do you have a Mold Breaker Pokemon? Or Quark Drive. Booster energy. Okay, so you bring the Mold Breaker Pokemon, and then you just... I only have one Ruin guy. Where is he? It's this one. What? It's Tablets of Ruin. I don't know what Tablets of Ruin does. Is that the defense one? No, it's attack. So I don't actually have the I don't have the Ruin Pokemon. Do you have the Ruin Pokemon? I've got Protosynthesis. Yeah, my special attack one. Well, that's... Yeah. Well, that doesn't matter, right? Oh, if you're saying that, then I can bring this one, and I can just lower that's attack. I wasn't even thinking of it in that order. That'll work. Okay. So I'll bring this guy, which is minus attack. And then you can just bring your physical mold breaker. Or, yeah, that'll work too. Whatever you've got. And then I'll bring this guy. I need one that boosts particular stat though. I'm not good with sprites yet. That's special attack. That's also special attack. That's attack. That's attack. That's attack. I don't know if I have any... Oh, okay, this one's defense. Alright, that's good. Tinkatongue Hammer and Instruct. You're funny, Karthik. It's not even called Tinkatongue Hammer, it's Gigaton. Isn't it? Yeah, it's Gigaton. You silly goose. Okay, so I need... oh, it already has booster energy. I'm a gamer. Okay. So I've got booster energy. And this is also going to be physical. It's called Bonk. Bonk. Boink. How about Boink? Boink? I like Boink. Alright, well, I think I've got all that I can bring. I need the Ruin Mon. Oh, you're right. Thank you. What is it called? I don't even know what these things are called. Wo Chen. Dude, that sounds like one of my professors. Wo Chen. I had a guy, a professor named Hong Chen. Hong Chen was dope. I loved Hong Chen. He always had great stories. Okay, let's go ahead and isolate these a little bit. So I'll go ahead and I'll lead my Toxapex and my Dawn Fan, whatever it's called, Great Tusk. And then I think I'm gonna call it after this because otherwise, if I go down too much of a rabbit hole, then I'm going to be here forever. And I don't want to be here forever. I want to finish off my Pokedex. I want to play the game too. Spoiled and Woo-Boo. Man, you got 2 shinies? Hey, look! Clipping! Woohoo! Love clipping. Yeah, clip that clipping. Alright. Special attack was weakened, but that's okay. Because we got this guy. My defense was heightened. Hopefully this works. I hope you thought this through. Okay, I'm just gonna knock off that guy and recover. Oh, I didn't pull up my, You need to switch in the move. Oh, you're not mold breaking anything? Oh, that's true. Sorry, kill turn. I was stupid. I was stupid. Alright, let me also pull up my Great Tusk. So I can run the damage calc. Can you go ahead and give me your fish's, attack stat? I don't even know. What is this thing called? I know it's the fast one. Heck, what's the fish called? I'll switch in special mode breaker. Veluza, thank you. You'll switch in special mode breaker? Okay, that's fine. That works. And we got Fracture. So Fracture is special, right? Okay, we got Palooza and Fracture. So I'll go ahead and I'll switch into my Wo Chen as well. 48 special attack. Oh boy. That is not that strong. And then what move is it using? And I didn't look at my special defense because I'm an idiot. Dragon Pulse. Okay, thank you. And then I'll pull up Great Tusk. I don't know what it stats. $177 down to $150. I did 27 damage, but my special defense is 67, which is pretty poor. Okay, 67. Dragon Pulse. So this would be without the Ruin ability. Wo Chen and Great Tusk will not be active together for physical attack tests. Without Ruin. So I'm just going to put this in here. So this is without Ruin. And it dealt 27. So that means it was active. So Ruins are not ignored. Which makes sense to me. So I'll go ahead and I'll switch out this guy. So Ruins are not ignored. That's consistent with the modern behavior. Okay, and now I will go ahead and actually check my defense stat this time. And if you could tell me your fish's attack stat and then what move you're using, please. So this is 152 defense. And then Palooza is, what's its move and stat? $96. 96. That's horrid. That's literally min attack. And crunch. Okay. All right, that did 9 damage. Um. 96. Well, that's weird because... Well, look at this. I don't show that as a possible roll. I have 152 defense, right? Yeah, 152. So I guess that means that it was applying. Use Liquidation, please. Use Liquidation. Maybe that'll help us scout out a little bit better what it's doing. Because I think that just means that the defense boost was applied, but I want to see it. It is without the Genesis boost, correct. It's without the Protogenesis, or Protosynthesis. Protosynthesis. It's without that boost. Because I don't think the damage calculator has that boost. I don't even know what's equivalent to it off the top of my head. 141 minus 91. That did 50 damage. Yeah, so it is applying the boost. Because this is, again... this is without Protosynthesis. That's that damage range. So, the fact that it only did 50 means that it's doing less damage, which means I have higher defense, which means my booster energy stuff is working correctly. So you can't mold breaker Protosynthesis. That could mean that it's just one of the abilities that's unbreakable. Probably that's what it means, if I had to guess. There's like a list of abilities that are unbreakable. Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead and I'll call it there then. I've been going for about an hour 45. I'll sum up these research tests on my on the Skyrim and Violet Battle Mechanics research thread, and I'll upload this to YouTube so that way there's some footage for that. Appreciate the help today, Pyuk. Thank you very much, and also thanks to Bennbuild who has left. Appreciate it very much. Hope you all have a great rest of your evenings.